Spyderco has a new offering in their budget line called the Efficient. And the Efficient is going to compete against, in my opinion, probably in some ways, the persistence model in the budget line. They are somewhat different offerings, but they're about the same size. They do have different weights. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But let's go ahead and look at this particular knife, the Efficient, and see what is unique about this. Well, for one, the leaf shape blade is more pronounced. It is definitely more pure in the sense of a leaf shape. There is no thumb ramp, and there is a forward choll. And there's a secondary choll that is a lot more pronounced where the liner lock is engaged. Now, there's a lot more of an organic sweeping motion in the undercarriage of the handle. The clip, in my opinion, is a little bit overdone and overstated. And so I think that in this particular applications, a wire clip would have been more appropriate. But I think overall, though, from what I've understood from other reviewers, to get a full good grip, you're going to have to use the forward choll. So a lot of people are kind of having mixed feelings about that. And now also the weight. The weight is something that is really not that impressive at all. It is definitely heavier than the persistence, and you'll see that in the specs in a moment. It's going for around $40 in most places that have them in, or they're that are able to do a pre-order. Is that a good deal for this particular type of steel that's on this, which is just very average? Maybe not so much. HCR 13 MOV is not a bad steel. I actually prefer it in a lot of different types of knives I have for daily use. But for the price, it seems just a little high. So what else is it? Is it the G10 scales? The G10, in my opinion, doesn't cost that much. You can find that on very inexpensive knives. Of course, there's different levels of G10, but honestly, since I own the Tenacious and I have experience with this budget line, the G10 is really not that impressive. It's definitely not what I would say a very grippy G10 compared to like a, Cold Steel's G10. It's much more aggressive. And as you can see here, it's about the same size as the persistence. And here is the persistence, just rolling this in there. And you can see that just the outline and the contours, the thumb ramp on here, it's just a different handle layout. They both are liner locks. You can see this is 3.3 ounces. So it's getting close to almost about an ounce lighter. It's getting close to that. So why would you want a heavier knife if you don't need that? So I'm real particular about weight. I wouldn't want to over a 4-ounce blade like you would get with this new offering. And so I don't know. Do you think it's worth it? Do you think that this new styling is better than the persistence? And so I personally don't. But of course, I like the thumb ramp, and I don't really care to have a more flat surface for the thumb to rest on. And so I also like lighter weight tools, especially if you're going to carry it all the time. To be totally honest, there's a big difference, in my opinion, between a 3 and a 4-ounce tool. Thanks for watching.